Hi, I'm Dr. Sandeep Jha. I'm a liver disease specialist and a liver transplant surgeon, and I work as a consultant at Manipal Hospital, which is in Dwarka, Delhi, India. Over the years, I've interacted with thousands of patients with chronic liver disease and cirrhosis and have guided their treatment. And I've been involved in numerous liver transplants over these years. Today, we are going to discuss a very frequent question that is asked of me by nearly every patient of chronic liver disease and cirrhosis who has been newly diagnosed. And the question is, doctor, tell me how much of my liver is damaged, how much percentage of my liver is damaged, and how bad is my cirrhosis? Someone has told me that it is 50% damage, 70% damage, or 90% damage. Is that true? Now my answer is yes, it's true and false. I'll explain how. Chronic liver disease, when it progresses, it progresses in a usual fashion in mostly all the patients. That is, a normal liver goes into a fatty liver into a fibrotic liver then progresses to a cirrhotic liver, and cirrhotic liver goes into decompensated cirrhosis or end-stage liver disease or a liver failure. This is the usual sequence of progression of chronic liver disease in most of the patients. And we as doctors use a very simple tool, whereas if it's a fatty liver, we tell them it's 10 to 20% damage. If it's a fibrotic liver, we tell them it's 30 to 40% damage. If it's a cirrhotic liver, we say it is 60 to 70% damage. And if it is a decompensated cirrhosis, we say it is 80 to 90% damage. Now, why do we do that? We do that because the patient wants a simple answer. Cirrhosis is a very complex disease. It is complex for the patient also to understand the implication of such a disease. So we oversimplify it or give a very gross estimate of how bad the liver is or how much it is damaged, so that they can make sense of the disease. They can understand the disease. They can capture it in a single number. That is the usual intention of giving such a percentage. Now it is not true because it is not based on a very robust scientific data. If you want a very scientific basis of such a score, then you should look for a MELD score or model for end-stage liver disease, or MELD score, or a child status, or a CTP status. These are scientifically developed tools that help you quantify your disease and make you aware of your long-term prognosis or the disease severity. These tools are available online, where you can enter your blood reports or your clinical symptoms, and they can give you the result and also the interpretation of such a result, so you can be more aware. Now there are shortcomings to these scores also. I'll explain how. To understand that, these scores have been developed over years by observing thousands of patients whom we have observed for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and we have calculated how many of such patients survive till 1 year, how many survive till 3 years, how many survive till 5 years, and so on. And then we have arrived at a probability or a statistic that tells us that out of 100 patients, so many will survive for 1 year, so many will survive for 3 years, and so many will survive till 5 years or beyond. Now the problem is that when you try to apply such a score to an individual patient, we cannot apply such a score to an individual patient. Till now, there's no score that can tell us that I can inform the patient that you have a chance of surviving for so many years, for 4 years or 5 years or 10 years. There's no such score that has been developed till now that can tell us the number of years that the patient will survive for an individual patient. And it is unlikely that such a score will be developed in the near future, because like I said, cirrhosis is a complex disease and our body is much more complex, and we don't understand how various organs or systems interact with each other. So as of now, we cannot predict how an individual patient will survive or how many years an individual patient will survive with cirrhosis. However, these scores, this MELD score, child score, and CTP score are best estimate to understand the survival of such patients. Another flaw is that out of this patient, if suppose a patient is expected to survive 5 years, then that patient can survive longer than 5 years, or he can deteriorate much earlier. Within 6 months to 1 year, he can develop a complication and deteriorate and die. So this is another flaw of the system, that it cannot predict an individual patient how long he'll survive. Another example of a shortcoming is these cirrhotic patients are at a very high chance of developing cancer in the cirrhotic liver. Now, if a patient develops a cancer in a cirrhotic liver, these scores become much less relevant as of long-term survival, because the cancer survival affects these scoring systems, and useful prediction is not very much possible. And usually such patients who have cirrhosis on the background and they develop a cancer, usually the liver transplant is the only option to offer a long-term survival. So in brief, to answer such a question, this is a very common tool, but a very rough estimate that many doctors use, that a fatty liver is 10 to 20% damage, a fibrotic liver is 30 to 40% damage, a cirrhotic liver is 60 to 70% damage, and a decompensated cirrhosis is 80 to 90% damage. This is a tool that many doctors apply, and I also use very frequently. But if you're looking for a real scientific evidence of survival, long-term survival, or probability of survival, then you should look at the MELD score, child score, or CTP score that is very easily available online. And in my next videos, I'll demonstrate how to calculate these scores and be more aware about your disease, that is chronic liver disease and cirrhosis. So if you think there was useful information in this video and you benefited from this video, then please share and subscribe and like this video, so that more and more patients and families can benefit from this information. Thank you.